TV, couples and Christmas trees, gift wrapping and cheer.
You're feeling nostalgic, and it's that time of year again. The radio stations are playing upbeat festive music, people are more cheery than normal, and you have a reason to wear all your comfy warm layers. You have finally started thinking about all the delicious food, your favorite traditions, all the movie marathons and festive parties you'll be attending, and gifts and well wishes you're ready to offer and receive. Christmas has indeed arrived, and so has the excitement. But it is also the time of the year when consumer spending is at its highest, with many of us falling into the Christmas compulsion to buy items we don't need. Welcome to the Savings Fair. And if you're returning, it's great to have you back.
Place, but in my living room, a single one with my name, knit sweaters and lace.
Every year, when Christmas time rolls around, most of us start getting excited to buy presents for our loved ones and new outfits for the various parties and activities the season has to offer. However, there are many people who don't have the resources to spend extravagantly due to the current surge in prices and cost of living this year. This video is for anyone who wishes to take part in the festivities and celebrate the holidays without spending a lot of money. We'll make a few recommendations for things you should reconsider buying and things you really don't need to buy in order to cut your spending. So, let's start. First, consider these small and easy changes you can make to save money. Tip number 1. Keep your grocery purchases in check and avoid buying too much food or more than you need. Undoubtedly, one of the many benefits of Christmas is the freedom to eat as much as you want and indulge in all of the delicious festive treats on offer. Whether it's the main courses or the desserts, sweet or savory snacks, most people seem to have a favorite holiday meal that they look forward to having. During Christmas dinner, the majority of households either serve a buffet style of dining or serve an average of 5 extravagant side dishes. This usually gives everyone a variety of options and guarantees that there is plenty enough for everyone. But, in light of the food waste created following these dinners, you might want to give this a second thought given the rising cost of groceries. So, begin by organizing your meals and prepping according to the number of people you'll be hosting. And remember that you can always change this based on your own family's or guest party's preferences and appetite. A good strategy for lowering your holiday shopping expenses is to make a plan. However, if you discover that you have more food than you require, don't worry. Just make sure not to cook it all at once. Instead, spread it out over the days following. Use it for different recipes, or freeze and save the things you can use at a later time. Tip number 2. Cut back on your energy consumption. Our electricity usage and expenses can increase significantly around Christmas, especially if you live in a colder climate. The use of additional lighting, more cooking, and longer stretches of time spent at home during the day can drive up our energy costs even further, which are already on the rise due to our efforts to keep our homes warm when the weather cools. Your energy bill could go up significantly as a result of all this increased use, and your overall spending could go up even more. Here are a few things you can do if you're concerned about your energy usage over the holiday season. Turn off your appliances at the switch. For example, turn off appliances and other electronics when they are not being used. Try to reduce the amount of time you use the oven and other appliances throughout the day. And when you're not in the room, turn off all lights, including the decorative lights and any other things that may use electricity unnecessarily. Also, consider using rechargeable batteries or LED lights. We all adore the bright holiday lights that can be seen everywhere since they signal the start of the Christmas holiday season. But there's also the matter of how much electricity all those lights use. You may save on energy usage and costs by using battery-operated lighting. Rechargeable batteries can replace thousands of single-use batteries and are effective in reducing our carbon footprint. Alternatively, you could use LED lights, which have been found to be not only more energy efficient and safer than conventional lights, but also more durable. Another thing you could do is try to set a timer. An automated timer or a mental timer for yourself. Using timers will help you save energy by ensuring that your electronics or central heating are only on when you need them. Installing a timer for your lights is an excellent idea if you don't want to spend money lighting up your decorations unnecessarily, all night long or throughout the day. Now that you have your electric consumption in check, make sure you try to use less water too. In most cases, this can be applied to any climate. warm or cooler. For example, reducing your hot water usage will lessen your gas or electricity costs in addition to your water bill. You can reduce your usage by also setting a timer or doing small things like shortening your showers. Doing most of your washing and laundry with cold water or when there is a full load, and if possible or where appropriate, reduce the temperature on your water heating system. Tip number 3. Rethink the need for the novelty Christmas jumpers and festive outfits. Wearing festive jumpers and clothing during this season is not just socially acceptable. In some places, it's almost required. But as with anything that's only worn for one occasion, they're essentially disposable. The majority of Christmas sweaters and outfits are bought for charity events with the best of intentions where valuable money is raised, or for holiday-themed parties and fancy dress, or just for fun and enjoyment. And in most cases, they are only ever worn once. Let us consider the Christmas jumper as an example. Honestly, if you don't already own a Christmas jumper, you don't really need to buy one. You can just accessorize and dress up an existing sweater with festive accessories, borrow one from someone else, or wear any knitted jumper. But if you already have a Christmas sweater that you've worn before, you can simply use it again and upgrade it. Or if you want something different, try exchanging yours with someone else instead of purchasing a new jumper. Aside from increasing your expenses, splurging on expensive festive clothing has been found to create excess waste and contribute to the damage caused to the environment. Tip number 4. Resist the urge to spend a lot of money on gifts unnecessarily. Gifts should be given with thought, and you should never feel pressured into spending money on things you can't afford. Try to stay within an affordable budget if you're participating in this year's holiday gift giving with your family and friends. Instead of merely purchasing and gifting something that will end up being stored away, or in someone's home collecting dust somewhere, consider whether the person you are purchasing for will actually use what you're giving them before making a purchase. Wherever possible, make sure you understand what they might actually want or need. This will help you avoid gifting anything they already have or don't actually need, saving you money and making it a win-win situation for every person involved. Also, it's absolutely fine to skip the gifts entirely. Christmas doesn't have to revolve around giving presents. For some Christians, Christmas is not just a holiday. It is a time to reflect on the greatest gift of all, which is the arrival of our Savior Jesus Christ. This is a time when many celebrate their Christian faith together in fellowship and prayer. There are some people who choose to skip gift giving entirely, and instead make the holidays a time to honor their relationship with God and spend time with their friends and family. Take the concept of a no-gift Christmas, for example, in which nobody gives or receives gifts from family or friends. You may decide to do this for a number of reasons, including to prioritize quality time with loved ones, to save money, or to reduce waste. For whatever reason you may have, it is quite acceptable to respectfully inform your friends and family if you would prefer not to receive gifts this year. If you have children, you can replace gift giving with other fun activities and games instead and create fun memories together. Just make sure to politely notify anyone you think might want to give you a present early, giving them plenty of time and advance notice. Now that you know a few things you can rethink to cut back on expenses, let us think about the items you don't have to buy, because you can actually make most of these things yourself. And if you are someone that enjoys DIY, this should be even more perfect for you. Tip number 5. Create your own greeting cards. Get creative with Christmas cards and make your own. Personalize them and be intentional with the messages inside your Christmas cards. The best part about greeting cards, much like gifts, is the message you give to the recipient, and the more personalized, the better. You can achieve this by creating your own unique cards with affordable crafting supplies that can be reused for other occasions, or design them online using free tools, and print them affordably for physical distribution, or sending them digitally. A creative and customized Christmas letter, email, or text message can also be sent in place of a card, and it is quite acceptable and absolutely fine to do so. The card itself doesn't matter. It's the message inside it that does. Tip number 6. Think about DIYing some of your holiday decorations. You really don't need to purchase brand new Christmas decorations every year. Instead, consider recycling or creating your own. For example, some of us enjoy and appreciate a nicely decorated dining setting. And while items like Christmas crackers can definitely add to the festive atmosphere, Do we really need to spend a lot of money on them? And is it even necessary to purchase them at all if we are trying to cut back on expenses? Making your own crackers are encouraged here too. There are plenty of creative, free and easy DIY tutorials and resources available to make decorations. Save yourself some money and unleash your creative side by making your own stylish decorations. This can be a fun way to spend time with others while creating wonderful memories. Tip number 7. Try creating your own wrapping paper or gifting bags. Saving money and preventing waste are the two main advantages of not purchasing new gift bags or wrapping paper. Although they may appear attractive and perfectly festive, most gift bags and wrapping paper are typically not environmentally friendly. While some can be recycled, a large number can't when embellished with glitter or plastic. Keeping this in mind, purchasing new wrapping paper for Christmas presents is a needless expense. So, here are a few things you can do. Start with using any old or unused wrapping paper you may still have, or repurpose a gift bag. Next, old fabric or clothing you no longer need could be recycled into fabric gift wraps. If you can't find anything to repurpose, then purchasing craft paper rolls is likely to be cheaper, and you'll probably have more than you need. And remember, these can come in different colors, so you don't have to stick to just one color. Last but not least, while Christmas can be a joyous occasion for some, it can also be a challenging period for others. So this year, consider giving to those who might not be able to buy anything at all. If you are able to do so, try donating clothing or helping out your neighbors who are most in need. And support your local food banks or volunteer your time with a charity or church. The need for food banks, warm clothing, shelter, and general support for others in need is important all year round, and it is also needed throughout the holiday season where vulnerability and the need for extra support is expected to increase. So give what you can. Before making a donation of food, try and find out what the food bank in your area will accept. Loneliness, social isolation, and anxiety are very common during this time of year. So, if you can, try to check in and spend time with someone who you believe would benefit from some companionship. Or invite someone who might be by themselves at this time to join in on your celebrations. This is a simple way to show kindness, love, and hope to anyone who may be going through a difficult time this year. Don't forget to remember to check in on your own well-being. Christmas doesn't have to look the same for everyone, and it doesn't have to resemble what we see on television, in the movies, or on social media. So, follow your own preferences, adjust to your circumstances, and be creative, and most importantly, concentrate on the things that really matter. If you're worried about expenses during this holiday season, or you're struggling because of other reasons, or social isolation, and you worry that you'll feel lonely, please look out for the support available to you. There are lots of great resources and places you may turn for help, advice, and someone to talk to. Particularly at a season like Christmas, there are charities and churches available and ready to take your call. So, don't hesitate to contact the various local support systems in your area and search for the relevant assistance that is offered there. Depending on your financial situation or your personal circumstances, the tips in this video can be applied to different occasions throughout the year in a variety of ways. You might not feel that some of these suggestions are applicable or useful to you at this time. So, in order to find what works best for you, modify and adjust them to fit your circumstances, or use them to help someone else or other people who might need a few ways to cut on their expenses. And if you found the information in this video helpful, please like and share this video with someone else who will benefit from it. Also, check out our other videos and consider subscribing to our channel for more. Take care and thanks for watching.
From generation to generation, passed down through every age, there's a story of a Savior whose love will never change. All creation will bow before Him, every tongue will praise His name. Until the day He comes again, we will say, You are worthy. You are worthy, Lord, of every song we sing, every breath we breathe. 'cause you are worthy, so worthy, Lord. Through the valleys and the mountains, you've heard our every prayer. On earth as it is in heaven, we know you're always there. There's nothing like your presence, there's no one who compares. For all eternity, we declare you are worthy. You are worthy, Lord, of every song we sing.